Ooh la la, Gemini, you are about to start a whole new journey. And the way this is going to happen is just going to be absolutely out of this world, because at the time when you least expect, there is the particular specific information that you're going to get hold of that is going to become the part of your reality, but at the same time, it's going to open your eyes to the point where you're going to become so curious about a specific part of your life, which is going to require from you to explore a little bit deeper. It's going to require from you to explore a little bit further. And most certainly, this is going to be absolutely brilliant, because now at this very moment in time, this is going to change everything, because it's going to become your turning point. What is going to take place? What is going to happen? What are you going to become aware of? What you will want to explore is just going to bring so much more into your life that you could possibly imagine. So be very open-minded, be very optimistic, because this is going to become an integral part of your spiritual journey, which means that it has got a very, very strong connection with who you are, with what your spiritual quest is. But most importantly, the next 9 months are all going to be about this. Okay, so this is going to be not only an integral part of your spiritual journey, but this is going to be absolutely a very, very important part of your life, which is going to be unfolding over the next 9 months. It's going to be growing, it's going to be changing, and it's going to help you to make sense of things that don't make sense at all. And it's also going to help you to remove yourself from the toxic people and toxic person in your life by doing things that make sense to you, but also naturally drifting towards the specific path and part of your life that makes sense to you, that makes you feel good, that makes you feel optimistic, that brings you courage, that brings you balance, that brings you confidence, self-esteem. And in return, it also help you to have a control over those parts of your life that were just kind of a draining your energy because of way too much uncertainty lately. My gorgeous Gemini, this is going to be more important months that you could possibly imagine, because at the same time we are indeed talking about the actual January, where the energy and vibration is just kind of a mind-blowing, in particular, specifically when we project the energy towards something. So ignore as much as you can negativity throughout this month, okay? You can ignore as much as negativity as you possibly can, and just focus on your next step. Focus on things that you actually want to do. It's very, very important, because as soon as you focus on some kind of growth when it comes to you on your path, and even if you feel completely low and completely down and completely negative, you will have that sacred push, because we are talking about the power of January. And January has got this specific energy and vibration where it's just kind of it's very rewarding as long as we are doing the right thing when it comes to our path and when it comes to our next step, next stage. As long as we are doing the right thing, I mean by as long as we are focusing on a part of our life that we want to grow, so it's important. So my gorgeous Gemini, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's for January 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focus is for you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's for January 2022. It is the number 09 that is your number this month. This is a very, very powerful number. I hope you understand. Make the most of it, my gorgeous Gemini. Make the most of it. Number 9. It's such a powerful number because it's giving you the opportunity to reflect on your life in a very sacred and very unusual way, which means that on another hand, you will feel very deep. You will feel like you want to explore, but also it's not only about what you feel, it's about the actual power in order to make things happen physically, but also mentally, baby. So if you're trying to kind of think, if you're thinking about a specific part of your life, you just just need to kind of think about it and focus on what I'm going to do next. And then suddenly there are like so many visions that you will have, so many realizations that you're going to have, so many ideas are going to be on your mind. This is something that I need you to kind of throw yourself in as much as you possibly can. Use this powerful vibration. Because it only happens once in a while, my gorgeous Gemini. It is going to happen in June 2022 again. You know, when you are just like kind of like a really benefiting from this vibration much more than you would benefit normally. And it also, of course, it depends. It's according to the actual vibration in general. And also when it comes to 0, so that means that, you know, you are pretty much so, the big point this month is you finding yourself on this very sacred path. To you, this is going to be sacred. To you, this is going to be giant. This is going to be enormous, because it's going to remind you of who you are, and it's going to help you to reconnect with yourself. It's going to help you to feel this vibration that you didn't feel in such a long time, and it's going to be undeniable. This is why this is going to be so important. So the huge, biggest turning point this month is going to be you finding yourself on the new path. But first of all, you will want to explore something. So after that exploration, Big Mama comes. And that in itself is going to lead towards the number 9. And number 9 is a huge moment, huge point of your life. So this is why 09 in numerology is absolutely outstanding when it comes to your own passion in life, when it comes to you doing the right thing, when it comes to you focusing on the right thing, when it comes to you swimming a little bit against the current, but knowing that you're doing the right thing, when it comes to you realizing 2 paths ahead. One is very, very easy, and the other one is very, very easy, but it's just something terribly doesn't make sense, and you know it doesn't make sense. You know it doesn't make sense. The second path, it's very difficult because there is something very kind of like a negative around it, and you want to avoid this. You want to avoid this negativity. So this path is much, much weirder, much stranger, much more unusual, purely because there have been so many negativity placed upon. But you want to avoid this negativity, so you will choose the path that's longer. You will choose the path that's most difficult. You will choose the path that is going to take much longer, but you will also at the same time subconsciously know exactly how to avoid a specific situation in your life that you want to avoid, you know, and you will know in your heart, you know, you will know in your spirit that this is something that you want to avoid. But then again, it's to do with the path that is going to take slightly longer, you know, and it brings so much uncertainty. But you will know that sometimes you just have to do this. You just have to most simply, most certainly, most nicely just swim against the current, you know, and this is exactly what you're going to be doing. And also number 09 means that in numerology, you know, basically all these things that I've said are going to change your life, but it's only going to be the beginning, because it's going to bring a success when it comes to you feeling good and ultimate change. It's going to increase your energy, it's going to increase your balance, but it's going to bring the ultimate accomplishment when it comes to finances, when it comes to financial securities and things like that. So this is something that you really kind of, if you want to kind of further yourself with these things in your life, this is something that you should be paying attention to. If you're looking for work, no matter what, do not give your power away. Do not give your energy away to anyone, okay? You must have the key to your own energy. Do not give your energy away to anyone, which means that you have to most simply and most certainly just pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to what comes to you, and only do and only focus on those things, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. And what else I was going to say, that when it comes to this month, you know, you need to kind of understand that oh God, you're gonna need to work on a certain relationship, because it's either in between you and somebody very close to you, somebody very important to you. Maybe you've fallen out, you know, not that long ago there was some kind of disagreement. It is very important for you to come up with some kind of solution. So it's in between you and somebody else. You will really want to kind of step through. You will really want to step forward. You need to work on a specific relationship in your life. Some people are meant to be in our lives, but this life can be a bit of a bastard. Sometimes it's not kind of like easy, you know. This life can be a little bastard, you know. Sometimes it is not most certainly meant to be easy, and it's the way it is. But the people who are meant to be in our lives, they're meant to be in our lives. So I'm talking about specifically people who are meant to be in your life, that you've fallen out with, you had a disagreement. It's important to sort it out, baby, no matter what. Maybe you can agree to disagree type of thing. I absolutely don't like this expression. I don't know what I said, but you know, it's just maybe you can disagree to agree, or agree to disagree, or whatever, you know, but as long as you kind of like you benefit from the positive energy in between you two. So because I can see that you're gonna want to kind of like sort something out, you will want to talk to somebody who's so important to you, and then you're gonna realize, oh god, it didn't happen. It's gonna go like against them. It's maybe gonna be, sorry, it's maybe gonna be, I'm drinking like a tea with the actual you know, like the actual waxing, you know, like a beeswax, honeycomb. And now I've got like a bit of a honeycomb on my lips, sorry. So I'm like, oh funny, sorry. Yeah, so basically, so it's going to be in between you and that person, some kind of disagreement. I think that you will want to talk about something, and it's going to be like, oh, it's going to go on the wrong side. I think that you've got something like, you are thinking in a specific way, they're thinking in a specific way. You are very strong about your way of thinking, they're very strong about their way of thinking. You are strong about your vision, they're strong about your vision. So this is what the problem is. It's not necessarily vile people or horrible people or nasty people, no baby, no, but it's just more about the actual just having a very strong opposed opinions, because you will want to kind of step through and talk, and it's again going to be like a little mini argument on disagreement, you know. Oh god, you're going to find this like a oh god, you know, unrealistic attitudes, and it's like, oh no, you know, you really wanted to sort this out, but then again, you know, this is just basically going to make you kind of feel more how much you actually want to fix certain problem with that person, and it is going to be fixed eventually, but you're just going to learn how to like kind of use the certain aspects of that situation and just look at the things from a slightly different angle and approach that person in the right way. It's going to be fine, but you're just going to need to approach that particular person in this way. On another hand, you know what is really important is like when it comes to the next step of your life, so you need to understand that what you're focusing on, there is somebody who is what you're focusing on and what you want to achieve when it comes to the next step. So if you're looking for work, or if you're looking for promotion, if you're retired and you're thinking about a certain aspect of your life, that you make it real, you know, there is so something that's really important to you. It's gonna be connected to the somebody who is very loyal to you, like your friend, like somebody who means to you so much. Do you see, my gorgeous Geminini, how important people in your life are going to be playing? The people in your life are going to be playing an important role this month, and it's a wonderful time for that to happen, because it's at the beginning of this year. It's January, so the vibration is very sharp. So these people will happen in your life, will manifest when you need them the most, to clear the air with things that don't make sense to you. So this is what I'm saying. So somebody who's very close to you, like a friend, loyal friend or a loyal person, it's also gonna pretty much so going to be playing an important role when it comes to you understanding like kind of about a certain wise investment, because you're going to be thinking about the specific part of your life. Should you do this, should you not? But it's to do with an investment, it's to do with the time, it's to do with the energy, it's to do with the need for the optimism and the right balance. So that is going to put you in a little bit of corner, because you will be a little bit uncertain to somebody very loyal to you, and somebody who you look up to in many ways is going to be playing an important role, and they're going to be part of that green light, go, you know, type of thing. But it's also going to be connected to the actual wise investment, and it's just basically going to help you out to make the sense out of the situation that made you feel very sad and very negative and very lonely and very uncertain. But especially over the last 3 months, you know, you've just kind of had enough of the specific situation in your life, and this in itself is leading you towards a big moment when it comes to your own spiritual quest in life. So this is all going to happen at the right time. And also the fact that you've just been like kind of like worrying so much over the last 3 months, you just will have this moment of strength where you will see the things for what they are, and you will just see that you want to remove yourself from the situation, because like this you will not want to live anymore, because it doesn't make sense. And this is when that little fishy in the sea swimming against a current comes in, you see. So this is important, to listen to your intuition, because you know, by listening to your intuition, you're not giving your candle to somebody somebody else, by listening to nonsense and negativity that doesn't make sense. It's only going to take your own candle away, because you're going towards things and you're following things that you know that don't make sense. How long you're going to be doing this? It's up to you. It's your internal knowledge and your wisdom and your spirit, you see. So you're reaching a very important moment here where you will know, my God, a great answer through your own creativity. It's going to make you feel so creative. You will be thinking about the specific part of your life when it comes to this wise investment, and the more you think about it, about the next step, what a wise investment is, the more creative you're going to feel. You're going to feel the activity and creativity and determination you haven't felt in a long time, and that in itself is simply going to answer to you that you are on the right path. And also, the huge moment when it comes to your personal self-illumination here, it's going to confirm to you a very kind of important part of your life that you're in self-denial about, because it's going to require from you to start a process of transformation. But the process of transformation, it's only going to start when you make an alteration and when you realize that the specific part of your life slowly came to an end. But the sooner you realize and the sooner you remove yourself from it, the sooner you're going to let yourself go. So you will quicker start drifting towards the specific direction and dimension that you should be drifting towards. And that you will know yourself, what is in your heart, what makes you feel really good, what makes you tick, what makes you feel optimistic, what makes you feel like you want to do more, you want to explore more. It's all these feelings and emotions you need to pay attention to, because at the same time they are going to kind of be the part of the very powerful and balanced force and harmony, where you're going to realize that you are doing the right thing, you're on the right path. By the same time, you need to remember that tact is necessary to maintain pace. You see, the tact is necessary to maintain pace, which boils down to the same thing. There is a very important spiritual key that you are going to receive, that you are going to have by the end of this month, and that spiritual key is going to be a direct reward for you being persistent when you are meant to be persistent. Just remember, it's about the spiritual key that you are going to receive. By at the same time being persistent, it's an integral part of absolutely everything that I said so far. Even if things don't make sense, as long as you're focusing on your life, as long as you're focusing on your next step, you will bring this vibration towards you even closer, which is in return going to make you more magnetic. And your own magnetism, it's actually going to invite those things in your life that are going to only that only going to make you progress. Where you are, you're gonna have a really big move and really step after this month. So this is why the more you give, the more you're gonna get. And also there is going to be an absolutely magical opportunity. The zero that I said, the number 9, 0 and 9 numerology, this means about a magical opportunity. And you know what, within the last 7 days, even if you're uncertain what this is, within the last 9 days, this month, on month of January, this is going to be highlighted. Within the last 9 days in the month of January, that magical opportunity is going to be highlighted. You will know exactly what I was talking about. You will know exactly what I was meaning, what I meant here. This is important. And also, don't forget that the 9th of January, 19th of January, and the 29th of January. So it's the 9th of January, 19th of January, and the 29th of January. These 3 days, just remember, because each of these 3 days are going to bring you the confirmation about, they're going to bring you a sign, they're going to bring you confirmation, they're going to help you to connect and reconnect yourself and see things for what they are. So you will have a little reminder on these 3 days as well, what this magical opportunity is, because it's all going to lead towards the same thing. It's all going to lead towards the same moments. Just pay attention to these 3 days, because each of these 3 days are going to reveal a different new information that is going to bring you that much closer, just a little bit closer to your own truth. Okay, so now my gorgeous Geminini, I'm just going to see about when it comes to your nutrition. You, like every single sign this month, very interesting. It seems to be that energy and vibration going around where we all feel a little bit nervous. We all like kind of, oh my God, you know, a little bit of anxiety. We all feel like a little bit nervous, uncertain, which is nothing unusual. But also on another hand, we feel a little bit tired. So this is what you're going to feel as well. A little bit of nervousness and a little bit of tiredness. And your digestive system is going to be a little bit sensitive. So in order to kind of take the best thing for this, it would be the natural B vitamin complex. So now B vitamin, folic acid. Folic acid within this B vitamin complex needs to be made as a folate, which is a natural version of this vitamin, and also vitamin B12 needs to be made as a methylcobalamin, which is the natural version of that particular vitamin. So yeah, I always go for chemicals. We have got enough chemicals out there, trust me. So you don't want to put more chemicals into your body. So I would highly suggest suggest you to take a vitamin B complex like first thing in the morning. Not with every supplement to take it first thing in the morning, but when it comes to B vitamin complex, it's fantastic because it's going to from the first thing in the morning, it's going to boost your energy, it's going to make you feel optimistic, and it's going to increase your energy almost immediately. So this is going to be beneficial for your mind, for your brain, for your stress. It's going to be beneficial for a little bit of negativity that you may feel, but it's also going to be beneficial for the actual entire digestive system. And what else I was going to recommend to you would be most certainly vitamin D3, which is going to help you to boost your immune system, but it's also going to help you with sensitive bones, alongside vitamin K2, which is going to help you with absorption of vitamin 3 as well. And this is something that I would really recommend you for two reasons. Again, for your sensitive bones, and also to boost your immune system. I would also suggest you to drink a little bit of organic aloe vera juice for stomach lining. It's absolutely superb. It's fantastic. And try to drink organic dandelion tea. Try to sip this throughout the month because it's going to help you to get rid of the toxins in your body. And when you get organic dandelion tea, just make sure that the actual tea is made of the whole herb. If you're on any other medications, if you're just make sure that the tea is made of the whole herb and the root, the herb and the root as well, so you get the most out of it. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Geminini, or not. So now going on the very first date, and before I go there, I would highly recommend you something like a strawberry quartz pendant. It's absolutely beautiful. It has got this strawberry quartz. It has got this powerful energy to stimulate flow of happiness. It helps us to come out of ourselves. It helps us to rejuvenate ourselves. It helps us to re-energize ourselves. And especially after we have been through so much of negativity, uncertainty, it leaves this trail of like unusual and negative emotions within us. And that kind of slows us down. It affects our energy. It affects us in general. It makes us worry. It makes us think, So this is brilliant to kind of like come out of yourself. And it's fantastic for communication. And it has got this powerful ability to almost immediately boost your energy levels. This is a must to wear in January, February, and March 2022. Every time when you want to express yourself correctly, every time when you want to talk, every time when you're doing something really important or working on something really important, it helps you to kind of bring more ideas towards yourself. This is a must. This gorgeous strawberry quartz pendant comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel. I have to say that, my gorgeous Gemini. So thank you. Okay, so now the 1st and the 2nd of January are gonna be like a big mamas here. Do you know what? On the 1st of January in particular, the day is gonna be like a little bit strange and unusual, and you're gonna feel like a very kind of a bizarre vibration. But at the same time, when you're feeling this bizarre vibration, just pay attention to the actual where your mind is gonna be drifting towards, because this is gonna be connected to the very important destination situation in your life that you should be paying attention to, something that makes you feel really good, something that makes you feel really happy, something that makes you feel really motivated, but it does require from you to kind of explore a little bit more, to find out a little bit more, because this is going to be connected to acquire significant clarity in your life that you should be knowing, that you should be aware of, because it's going to be kind of consisting of you making a decision when it comes to your next step in life. The 1st and the 2nd of January, this is absolutely brilliant. You need to understand the word patience. Just have patience, because I think that you will really expect something to happen, but it's just not going to happen as quick, as soon as you would expect it. But this is an important part of your life. Just keep going, be optimistic. You're going to be fine. This part of your life is going to be just fine, but just remember to have patience. And also, you need to pay attention to kind of bringing things into perfect union when it comes to management in your life, when it comes to compatibility in your life, and when it comes to an important adjustment. Just pay attention to who is actually making you feel really good about yourself, because there is a specific person who is going to really influence you in the best possible way. And I really like this, because through that person who you're going to be influenced by or influenced from, you will know what kind of successful combination you can use in your life. I think that this is going to pretty much so make sense, because you will be able to see like kind of what makes more sense to pay attention to first, and it's kind of going to be slightly different to what you would normally do. So this is when things are going to become really interesting, but also very, very important time. It's going to be in between the 1st of January and the 10th of January, where you are actually going to have an absolutely mind-blowing sign, absolutely mind-blowing omen. And the omen that you're going to have, it's going to talk to you like there is no tomorrow, because at the time when you're having that omen, when you see that omen, when you become aware of that omen, a big, huge, massive question is going to be answered to you, that the specific part of your life that you're worrying so about, this is the confirmation to just go for it. But most certainly it's to do with the part of your life that it's on your mind. You're uncertain, but it's going to bring you the greatest fruition of your life ever. So something that was on your mind is also then going to become very, very successful. So you need to kind of connect and reconnect with yourself in order to see what this is. And when I say omen, it's going to be like the animal that you will see, whether this is going to be a dog, a cat, a bird, it depends which animal this is going to be come in, but it's just still going to be having your own message. You will know that this is your sign, you will know that this is your omen, and after that moment in time, exactly 28 days, within 28 days, there is another stage of that going to happen. There is another stage of that going to take place, where you will be able to kind of like see other things that you haven't seen before. Lots of other unlimited possibilities are going to be absolutely obvious here. So this is something to pay attention to, that omen and to that sign that you're going to become aware of. And as I said, you will know that this animal is meant to be in the part of your dimension. You will know it, you will feel it. It's either going to look at you, it's either something going to be so unusual, something is going to be so different, or the whole day is going to be like a little bit unusual, Twilight Zone-ish. You will know this is your sign. You will know what to do. You will know what next step is going to be. But it's just all about your own reflection and paying attention to yourself, your feeling and thoughts, and realizing how everything is absolutely connected indeed. And also, this is all, just remember when I said before patience on the 1st and the 2nd of January, remember the word patience. And also you are gonna have an absolutely mind-blowing ability to learn very, very quickly when it comes to the 1st of January and the 10th of January. This stage, it's very sacred when it comes to you being able to absorb so much of the good things, of the optimistic things when it comes to your life, when it comes to you wanting to learn. You will see specifically that this period and stage, you will be able to my God, you will be able to learn so much. So make make the most of it. On another hand, you need to understand that a certain personal effort on the 1st and the 2nd of January, it's going to become absolutely evident, you know, when it comes to you being patient, when it comes to you kind of like thinking about the adjustment in your life and that influence. And it's also going to make sense which part of your life to pay attention to, in particular when it comes to being persistent. Do not lose your hope whatsoever. It's to do with your personal effort, but it's also to do with you staying committed to the task at hand. I really like it how that some very specific person in your life is going to be playing an important role when it comes to you feeling so inspired, because this is going to make you feel so good about yourself. It's going to lead towards an absolutely mind-blowing change in your life, but you just need to understand one step at a time. And also, even more importantly, it's going to open up the pathway, and the path is going to be absolutely evident in between the 1st and the 10th and the 11th and the 12th and the 13th, in between the 1st and the 13th of January, in between the 1st and the 13th of January 2022. It's all about this path being open. It's to do with your devotion. It's to do with your loyalty to yourself, realizing that you have to take care of yourself first of all, you know. And also it's about offering more services and efforts towards the very, very specific goal. And this is the goal that I'm talking about. This is the stage that is going to be really significant in between the 1st and the 13th of January 2022. So now the next date, and before I go there, I would just highly recommend you Seraphinate. This is also my brand new line. It's absolutely remarkable because it helps you to remove old patterns of negativity. They literally fall away when we wear this, and this is brilliant when it comes to healing, rejuvenation. It's for nerves and for our brains, and it's like, especially when there's so much happening, when we are worrying after the long stages of the negativity and uncertainty, this just leaves a certain trail on us, and then it affects our way of thinking, it affects our way of planning. And it's, in fact, I would highly suggest you to wear this throughout January, February and March. Every single time you feel weird, you feel strange, you feel unusual, you feel uncertain, you feel spaced out, when you feel different vibrations and energy that can affect you because you don't come out of yourself at the time when you should come out of yourself. So this is something I need to kind of like make you aware. It's brilliant to wear because it almost immediately brings you down on the ground. You ground yourself, but also you stay on top of things by recognizing things that you should be recognizing in this stage in your life without any distraction whatsoever. So this Seraphinate is my brand new line, and it comes with a sterling silver chain. And in order to buy this, the link is in the description below. And by buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel. I have to say that as well, so thank you. Now, the second important date is going to be on the 11th of January. This is a big mama here indeed, because the 11th of January, it's really like, it's all about you, your own success and gain, purely because you're going to overcome an absolutely enormous obstacle and challenge that was very much so affecting you over the last eight months. This is brilliant because not only this is going to happen against like kind of all odds, against lots of odds, because kind of you expected it, but you didn't expect for things to go on this extent. So this is going to be actually brilliant because it's all about finding yourself in an advanced stage through your own victory. Now this in itself is going to make you aware of the next step, and the next step is going to be the actual negotiation, and that negotiation is going to turn out to be absolutely superb as long as you have this negotiation in between the 11th of January and the 31st of January, because the vibration is just perfect. It's superb. It's gonna push you when you need that little push, but it's also above all going to help you to respond in the best possible way, and even more importantly, it's gonna bring you more victory than if you would actually have a negotiation at any other time, because you go with this specific vibration, which is indeed going to be rather rewarding. And also, what else I was going to say, this is brilliant, the 11th of January, because this is going to be like the first realization after a while that you will have, and you will feel very strongly that you are coming out of the very unusual dark and negative stagnation. These are going to be the first stages, the first step of you coming out of the negative stagnation, and you're going to realize how powerful you actually are. And that in itself, it's also going to be connected to the actual information that, you know, there is a very big problem going to be also resolved. It's about the conclusion this time, and that's in between the 11th and the 17th of January. It's all about the resolution of the problem. That is going to bring an important conclusion, and almost immediately it's going to bring a healing vibration and energy, because it's a satisfactory result which is going to bring fulfillment in itself, but it's going to lead towards an important compromise, which is going to be pretty much so very inspiring to your life, because, you know, it's just all about you found yourself, you know, pretty much so around conflicting influences so often. So this in itself is going to answer your question when it comes to conflicting influence, but also at the same time it's just about your practical knowledge, and it's about your business acumen, your strength, you know, negotiation is going to be connected to it, and also, you know, it's just doing the right thing in life, basically. Okay, so now the next date that I would like to talk to you about, my gorgeous Geminini, it's going to be the 31st of January. The 31st of January, this is brilliant, you know, because first of all, you are going to have a very kind of like very good news here when it comes to things that you wanted to achieve, the things that you worked on, but they just haven't been moving on. So this is brilliant because it's going to make you feel really good about yourself, and it's also, above all, it's going to be very, very rewarding. This is going to be very rewarding, and it's because it's going to be quite successful. You're going to like it, and the right people in your life that you want to be admired, you're going to be admired by. And that means that in itself, that the 31st of January, it's also going to bring you very powerful energy when it comes to your own reflection. So you will be able to be noticed much quicker and much sooner by the people, specific people that you want to be noticed by, because your vibration is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, you know. So if you want to be noticed, if you want to like kind of discuss something important, if you want to put your foot down, if you want to like kind of like prove your point, you know, the 31st of January, your vibration is going to be super specific, super powerful. So don't forget about that. And also, you know, the 31st of January is, I really like it because it's all about you recognizing exactly which part of your life is going to bring you an ultimate change. Just remember this, that which part of your life you will recognize on the 31st of January 2022, which part of your life is going to bring you an ultimate change. This is important, and it's most certainly going to be super rewarding, because through that realization, you know, there is some kind of devil going to become absolutely evident here. And the devil that is going to become evident on the 31st of January, it's only going to push even more further towards your own specific situation, towards your own specific direction. It's going to bring you absolutely one of the most powerful confirmations of your life, because you will not want to be the part of this devilish person. You will not want to be the part of these devilish people, you see. And this in itself is going to require from you even more to follow your own intuition above absolutely everything else. By following your own creativity, you make yourself so much more powerful in so many different ways. And also, you know, the 31st of January, I really like it when it comes to the actual people in your life, because the really big problem when it comes to your family, very annoying family matter, is going to be resolved. And I'm so happy for you, because this will mean to you so much, and it's also going to bring you the harmony into your life back. And it's just about the people in your life who mean to you so much, who you trust and things like that. So this is going to make you feel really, really good about yourself, but also at the same time, as somebody who is very close to you, it's gonna, somebody who's very important to you, somebody who you really look up to you spiritually, and things like that. Through that person, you're gonna become aware of the witch tower to avoid as well. The 31st of January, it's going to bring you the awareness through some kind of spiritual person, maybe psychic, or somebody who you look up in this way. Somebody is going to make you aware of the witch tower to actually avoid, and you are most certainly going to become aware of this. And it's going to help you to just kind of like really pay attention to the actual readjustment in your life when it comes to, in terms of the actual priorities. Okay, so now my gorgeous Gemini, I'm going to see what to pay attention to in the first part of January. Midnight, know the sound from the pavement. Has the moon lost her memory? She's smiling alone. In the lamplight, the withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to moan. Memory, all alone in the moonlight, I can dream of the old days. Life was beautiful then. I remember the time I knew what happiness was. My Gemini, I love you. Gemini, 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 Gemini. I love you, my gorgeous Gemini, and I'm so sorry to torture you again with my singing. I'm sorry, I love you. But I was going to say the first part of January, what to focus on, mid and the third. So the first part of January, you know, meditation, you will get a lot through meditation and grounding and things like that. But also it is an important time to actually shine your light and example to others. Okay, you are gonna have a huge, absolutely giant moment of self-discovery that you will want to share with people in your life, especially those who mean to you the most. Okay, just remember this. The mid part of January, just remember that basically you have to be honest with yourself, because you're going to be dealing with somebody very difficult when it comes to their energy, and that is going to make you uncertain. And then it makes you uncertain when it comes to things that mean to you so much. So just remember to follow your intuition and make sure you're honest with yourself. Don't be misled, or don't be like a misled away from your own path. The last part of January, it's all about the actual, you know, there are quite a few, especially when it comes to the last 7 days of January, there are going to be some brilliant ideas that you're going to have, and all that's going to feel like, oh yeah, baby, let's just jump into it, let's just rush. I wouldn't rush with them, okay? So there are brilliant ideas that you're going to have within the last 7 days of January, but at the same time, they are going to need a little bit of refinement, which means that as the time goes by, it's going to take like about an additional 30 to 40 days where you're going to pick up on lots of other informations that are going to make you more aware of things that you should be aware of. But this is actually going to be really good, because at the same time you are going to overcome obstacles, you know, just by thinking positively, optimistically. And also remember that the last part of January is so important when it comes to you communicating clearly, okay, and remaining objective at the same time. So now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationship when it comes to January 2022. My Lord, you know, I really like this, because you are going to be able to continue with something so important. You know, there was a specific part of your life that you wanted to achieve, that you wanted to be part of, both of you. But that specific part of your life meant to you so much, but because of lots of uncertainty, you had to like kind of cancel your plans or change your plans. And now you just see that that doesn't make sense whatsoever. So it looks like you're both going to be having like an absolutely perfect combination in between your own bravery, which is going to show and highlight your own capacity. So it means that by the end of this month, you are going to come to terms with a very big situation in your life that you're both going to step through. You're both going to step forward. You will do what you wanted to do for a while, but now you're going to have this absolutely mind-blowing, powerful energy, which is going to remove the fear of an unknown. So it was about you like walking into the specific part of your life that you've put on hold before, because of there were like so many uncertainties, because lots of things changed along the line, you know, in the meantime, and that in itself made it very uncertain. So now you're both gonna, I suppose, have a really interesting information that is gonna help you bring closer to your own truth, and that in itself it's really going to make you keen and eager to kind of step towards a very, very specific part of your life that it's going to make feel both of you very happy, very excited. Something that you have put on hold, but now you will know it's the right time to step through, you know. It's when it comes to your future planning and things like that. Okay, so this is going to be brilliant. On another hand, when it comes to those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Gemini, you know, it is just a basically a little learning experience that you're going to need to have. And I know it's going to be like, oh God, no, not another learning experience. But you know what? Something was going on and something was happening in your life over the last 4 months. For those of you who are single and ready to mingy, maybe you were persistently falling for someone who was pretty much so not the right person for you. Maybe you were like kind of finding and liking people that you already kind of learned your lesson through, you know. So you know, it just kind of wasn't happening. So what is going to happen here, which is really important this month, you are going to really like someone, you're going to really fancy someone, and they're probably going to fancy you back. But very soon, I'm sorry, Dark Lala striking, you know, very soon after you start liking that person, maybe it's going to be like a stranger in the night, Gemini in the morning, stranger in the night, Gemini in the morning. Maybe it's going to be that type of thing, you know. But basically, so it's going to be like the certain specific person who is going to make themselves known, and you're going to like them, you're going to fancy them and everything, but it's going to be over like really quickly, really soon, whether you're going to have a kissy or whether it's going to be stranger in the night moment, or maybe just see someone and they like you like them, and it's a very strong energy in between you two, just that way, you know, you look at them, you know, you're talking to each other with eyes, baby, you know, like maybe it's that type of situation. However, that particular person is meant to be part of your life so strongly, so much, because there is something huge that you're going to learn through that person. So you're going to like that person so much, but very quickly you're going to think like, oh God, little bastard, you know, like that's how you're going to think very quickly. But it's important to understand that this is also going to open up the new window. There is an absolutely mind-blowing experience that you are going to have through that person, a very, very mind-blowing realization about yourself. So there is something about yourself that you're going to learn about this person. So it's very much so an integral part of your spiritual journey. When it comes to the actual February and March, this is when the new person is going to walk into your life, who's going to make a significant difference, you know, who's going to really be somebody real. But this person is meant to be here because there is a very specific lesson that you need to learn, you know. It's very, very important indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Gemininis, I love you all so much, and I wish you all the best year 2022. I wish you the brightest blessings. I wish you all the best. I wish you lots of opportunities, lots of love and happiness, you know, and we can all hope that it's going to be much better than the outer vile 2022. So goodbye 2021. Goodbye 2021, you know. I wish you all the best, my gorgeous Gemininis, indeed. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Gemininis. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you all. Bye.